People used to tell me that mothers are selfless, always sacrificing everything for their children. But growing up, I believed my mother was different. She seemed selfish. She never attended my school plays. She didn't make me fancy lunchboxes like other moms did for their kids. She refused to buy me expensive clothes or toys, even when we had money. Instead, she always said, "You don't need it," or "You can work for it if you want it so badly." As a teenager, I resented her. I envied my friends whose mothers pampered them, praised them, and let them relax while mine pushed me to do chores, study harder, and earn my own spending money. "You're so lucky to be independent," my friends would say. But I didn't feel lucky. I felt unloved. One time, I begged her to buy me a bike like my friend Rahul's. She said no. I shouted, "Why can't you ever do something for me?" "You're so selfish." She looked at me quietly and said, "You'll understand one day." That day didn't come for many years. After college, I moved to another city for a job. I worked hard, just like she taught me. Slowly, I began to realize that many of my colleagues couldn't handle pressure or failure. They relied too much on others. Meanwhile, I adapted quickly, managed my money well, and kept moving forward, even when times were tough. I started thinking about how I got those skills. And every time, the answer was the same: my mother. Still, I struggled with our relationship. I called her sometimes, but our conversations were short and practical. One day, while visiting my hometown, I decided to stop by her workplace. She had been a cook in a small school for over 20 years. I watched from a distance as she served food to students, making sure every child got their share. I noticed how she treated each one kindly, how the children hugged her, and how the teachers smiled at her like she was part of their family. Something shifted in me that day. Later that evening, while going through some old boxes at home, I found a stack of crumpled receipts, letters, and photos. Among them, I found a notebook. In it, she had written every expense she made for me: school fees, books, uniforms, and even small notes like rupees, 10 for Arjun's science project, or skipped lunch for 2 days to save for new shoes. My throat tightened. That old bike I asked for, she had written. Arjun asked for a bike. Can't afford it now. Must save for his exam fees. Suddenly, I saw everything in a new light. She wasn't selfish. She was silently sacrificing every day. She just never showed it with hugs or gifts, but through strength, wisdom, and tough love. I returned to the kitchen, where she was heating some food. "I saw your notebook," I said softly. She paused, then said, "You were always worth it." Tears filled my eyes. "I'm sorry for calling you selfish all those years." She smiled, touched my cheek, and said, "One day you'll raise your children your own way. Just make sure they learn to stand on their own feet." That night, I realized that the greatest kind of love isn't always sweet or loud. Sometimes it's silent. Sometimes it's in skipped meals, in harsh lessons, and in the courage to let your child fall, so they learn to rise.